So it is 9:20, April 10th. Yeah, it's Friday. Um, I have an appointment with a neurologist on Monday, which means I'm going to get to see what I can see. I saw some of the reviews for the guy, and they're kind of all over the place. Some people say it's great. A few people say the guy sucks. The wait time to see him once you get in there. The wait time in the waiting room is like an hour and a half. The guy's rude. The staff there is rude. It's the worst experience ever. And again, some people are like, oh, he's the greatest. The guy's the nicest ever. The staff is awesome. So it's just like all over here, all over there. I guess I'm just going to find out for myself. I just watched a video about by Young Don Reacts, and apparently there was something going on with someone called Druski that did a whiteface video because apparently he's black. A whiteface video about, I forget her name, but Charlie Kirk's wife. That was getting conservatives all in a panty twist. So that's good. I like that. I think guy's pissing off conservatives. But the whiteface thing is kind of like, eh. I like when Dave Chappelle did it. Dave Chappelle did it hilarious. And he did I don't know, I don't think it was the racial draft thing when he did it. I think he was a sportscaster when he was doing whiteface. It was weird when he did whiteface because it was like you could totally tell it was a black guy doing whiteface. He just put like chalk on it. So I don't know. But I saw like the clip that Druski did, and my opinion of it is it's like it just looks weird and grotesque. Because I was just like, dude, if you're gonna do whiteface, if you're a black guy that's gonna do whiteface, it's like you should at least kind of have the face to do whiteface. That guy does not fucking have the face to do whiteface. I mean, the dude's face is like, it's like all out, like in here. And the nose is totally wrong. And it's like, dude, you just don't have it. You just don't got it. You could just totally tell something is not fucking right. He was the nastiest looking white woman ever. He would have to have some severe personality. She would have to have very good personality. Very winning. hopefully some money. But personally, I don't really care that much about money. But for most people, money would be a definite plus. I saw another video last night before I went to bed. What was the name of the guy? It was like black, red, green, something like that. It was called like what would socialism in America look like? Something like that was the title. I thought his video was very good. It was very well put together video about what should socialism be in America if it would happen, if it were to come about. Because if there were some kind of grand socialist movement in America, one of the big fears that I have, and I think everyone needs to be aware of, is that you can't you cannot allow it to devolve into some kind of into basically a despotic kind of thing. Because I mean that's very anti-socialist. I mean that's just a that's just another form of authoritarian government. So I mean that would be like a lot like the USSR. In the USSR, I mean they called themselves a socialist republic, but I mean they had a lot of features of a maybe not a despotism, but definitely a lot of authoritarian government, which I mean, that would defeat the entire point of moving towards a society of egalitarian socialism, which is what you would want. You would want a society that wipes away a lot of the problems, perfectly all the problems. I know this sounds kind of derpy, but my ideal form, my aspirational goals is a lot like Star Trek, because that is what you're basically shooting for. There's a society where everybody's basic needs are taken care of, where nobody needs to worry about their nobody needs to really worry about what they actually need to worry about. And then after that, the chips can just fall into place where they need to be. And I think a lot of people have just been kind of brainwashed into the mentality that, well, nobody will work if they don't have to work. And I think that's a false argument. I think it's just kind of something that you've been taught to believe by the money profit capitalist, whatever name you want to put into it. You've just been convinced of a lie for the most part. I mean, there may be the very odd 1 in a million person, but honestly, if you think about it, that person in this kind of a society, that person, I mean, think about your group, think about your friend group. That person will be treated pretty, I mean, pretty much like a dick, like the dick that they are. We've all met those kind of people, but the guy that always that knowingly takes much more than they need and never really puts anything into the pile, whether it's physical or social capital, never really contribute anything. And in that kind of society, eventually you realize, contributing social capital actually is something worth having something. Being the being a kind of a therapist, even though you may not have a degree as a therapist, um, being kind of being the glue that holds everything together is actually worth something. It may be less tangible, but it is worth something. And if your community, if that person say dies, you lose something. If that person is lost, you end up missing something tangible. You all know that. Small communities especially know that. So whether that person, was you know, a big laborer or not, if they if they actually, did a lot to hold the community together, that is something tangible. So everybody, the society has to be able to recalibrate itself to be aware of functions that are not solely geared towards this job is worth X amount of dollars per hour, and this person has this amount of money, and this person has this big house and this car and all these physical assets that equates to this person is worth this much, or this other person is totally worthless. And, you know, other things need to be said, like maybe some people just don't give a crap. If they just don't really have that much in terms of things. And maybe you shouldn't judge them for not wanting a bunch of stuff. And in turn, if some people want to have a lot of things, maybe we just let them have a lot of things. It's okay. If they feel like they need to surround themselves in a lot of stuff in order to be happy, yeah, that's fine. Unless, of course, somebody else needs a big house because, well, they like getting it on and they have 12 kids. They're an epic procreator, I guess. So, they need the space. I made chicken the other day, 2 days ago. I made a whole bag of my chicken tenderloins. Ate a few of them with mashed potatoes, and then with the rest, threw in a bunch of frozen veggies, and I made rice, and then made those together. It was really good. A bunch of spices and stuff. It was like cut up chicken with veggies and some rice stuff on a bed of rice. So I don't know what you call that. It wasn't chicken fried rice. It was, I don't know what you call it. But it worked good. Because the chicken, that bag of chicken, I think was in there for like a month. So it was kind of freezer burnt. So it kind of needed to be steamed with the veggies kind of needed to be like bathed in some moisture in order to have a little bit of life to it. But that was decent, I think. The other bag is only like 2 weeks younger. I'm wondering if the price of food is going to keep going up, or if stuff is going to start going down. I don't know, because is this Iran thing going to end soon? I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm bored of talking now. I'm going to see if I can find something to end my boredom. Alright. Tax rich people. Kneecap rich people. Boob scroll. Peace out.